Good morning. Meditation and mindfulness doesn't just arrive out of the ether that all of a sudden you have this capacity to focus and concentrate and to guide oneself into higher states of awareness. Not in my experience. One needs tools. One needs something to help elicit a changing of one's thinking or a heightening of one's thinking. It's along these lines I'm bringing up the subject matter again of having a sacred saying or a mantra or a prayer that one likes to utilize to help evoke, to create a sense of greater awareness. If one is lucky and utilizes their tools on a continuing basis, i.e., in practicing on a regular basis. So there is a continuity and a strength in one's practice where focus and concentration are more easily harnessed because of one's repetition, of one's creation of a ritual or a habit that helps one assimilate and create in themselves a sense of mindful meditation. If you've been listening to these podcasts, then you know I have my specific sacred saying. Yoga has many different mantras individuals use to also evoke a higher sense of awareness. Similarly, in the major religions, all religions, there are means utilized to help evoke a sense of focus, a sense of concentration, similar to or the same as mindful meditation. The commonality of them is they all have this. So, as a beginner or as an intermediate or as a more advanced meditator, one can take this historical perspective and create one's own. It's very important to have one. I'm not suggesting one is better than the other. I believe whatever you choose that helps you have a goal and aspirations for self-improvement, I think is important. And a greater sense of perspective, I think, is also helpful. It can help you find a sense of awe or amazement and a sense of reverence are the compositions of awe. In this way, one facilitates oneself to success. It's not an aimless task we're talking about. It's specific. And there are tools that one can utilize to help oneself. Oftentimes, people in a meditation podcast, video, meeting, speak about being comfortable in an environment where one is undisturbed and go through a litany of physical and or visualization techniques of heightening one's focus. And I do it too. Yet it is very important to remember you need more than this. Because when the presentation on whatever media it is completed and you go home, what tools do you have now? The speaker is gone. Now it is your turn to be your own speaker. Sacred saying, mantra, prayer, and means, tools to facilitate what you are desireful to accomplish, to create in oneself one's own ritual, habit for successful growth of one's mindful meditation, i.e., also one's successful self-improvement. This is something to be studied and thought about for oneself. Yes, we begin again now, wanting to practice together, being comfortable, being undisturbed, being aware of one's physicality, one's warmth, the tingling sensations of one's body. You may very well notice your pulse. You may find you are remembering your chest rising and subsiding as you breathe. You may even find the pauses in between. You may literally feel the air around you as it touches your skin, the warmth or the coolness of it, the movement of the cilia or the hair on the exterior of your body. You may feel the heat of your own being as it is rising from your muscular activity through your body, through your skin. Feel the warmth. Feel your being alive. Feeling even a deeper sense of the commotion, of the excitement your cells are exhibiting, that they have been oxygenated one more time in a hoped for and anticipated process of being alive. Here, in these moments now, this is all happening. One wants to focus and increase their sense of concentration, then these four aspects of one's being can be a great help, a great beginning. Adding to this, what we've just been talking about. In my instance, it's a sacred saying. We are here now. We are here now. Straightforward. Bundles of miracles. Okay, that's a little bit of a reach, possibly. If you come here for the first time, you don't know what someone means by that. In short, it means that evolution on this world is over 3 billion years old, and it was begun as a one-cell life, whatever that was. And now, around 3 billion years later, look in the mirror. 37 trillion cells are what an adult Homo sapien is made of. All of these different functions that we've just spoken about, respiration, circulation, the thermal energy that your body releases, the shimmering majesty of one's own life energy. These or why it is easy to assimilate this sacred saying into one's ritual or one's habit of focusing and being aware. A bundle of miracles. We are here now. We're focusing on this moment. We're not reliving the past. We're not visualizing or imagining a future. We are here. And we acknowledge to ourselves we are sacred, special bundles of miracles. That's one phrase. It takes a few moments to say that, a few seconds to say that. Maybe 3 or 4, 5 seconds. Let's say 5 seconds to say that. I am here now, a bundle of miracles. Boom. But it is more than just saying a sentence composed of words composed of syllables and letters. It is the significance of what you're saying to oneself inside or is also passing through one's lips as a spoken word and words, a phrase. It is the depth in one's feeling. This is critically important. When you or I speak inside of one's mind or to the world at large, there is a sense of reverence in what you are thinking or in what you are sharing. It is vibrating inside of your being with your life energy. Very important. Humbled begins the next phrase. 3 phrases total. By the immensity of creation. I am here now, a bundle of miracles. 1. Humbled by the immensity of creation. 2. What does this mean, humbled? Humbled represents a perspective that one has gained, humility, by one's heightened receptivity, sensitivity, and perspective. On what? On everything in creation, the universe, the stars, the galaxy, our sun, our world, human behavior, all kinds of science and behavior, plants, other species, the unknown, the 99,999 other aspects of the electromagnetic spectrum we don't understand. It is inclusive. It is a huge question mark with some things filled in. Humbled by the immensity of creation, dimensionality. How many universes are there? I don't know, maybe just one. Maybe there are unlimited number. Having an open mind. Thankful begins The third phrase, and again, the wording is not as important as the concept, as the meaning, as the sense that is evoked in one's own heart, in one's own mind. It is here the magic, the majesty begins. Thankful for having an opportunity to be aware, to be alive, to participate. This is what I wanted to share today. One sacred saying, 1, 2, 3 phrases. Easy. And to understand further that seeking virtuosity and self-improvement means we're not getting tied down into the exact number of syllables or words. We are talking about the essence of the conversation one is having, one is sharing. Being nice to oneself. Being understanding to oneself. To having a sense of compassion and empathy for oneself, for others. These are basics in our quests, in our goals. We need to have goals in our goals for self-improvement. Things to think about. Time's flying. Have a nice day. Namaste.